Dear wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world, lovers of truth, because on this platform, you cannot stay here comfortably if you don't like truth, if you don't love truth, if you don't accommodate truth, because truth is the only thing that can make us free, not just set us free. We will be free indeed. And that is our commitment on this platform. And we are here again to state yet another truth, hard truth, bitter one, but it is good for our freedom. I'll be responding to some posts today. I'll start with the one I saw that was posted in one Facebook group page by Charles Ifeanyi Okolo. He posted it in Gallant Voters Group Southeast. I came across this post this morning, and I want to share the post with you, and then I will drop my own submission, my own opinion to that. Charles Ifeanyi Okolo said, is an update, that the AIG, Dan Malam Mohammed, FDC, now in charge of Zone 13, Ukpo Dunukofia, in Anambra State, following the redeployment of some senior police officers by Inspector General of Police. Congratulations to Anambra State as the newly created Police Zonal Headquarters, which covers Anambra, Enugu, and Ebonyi. Zone 13 gets new zonal commander. And the new zonal commander happened to be AIG Dan Malam Mohammed. He said, make we congratulate him and congratulate Anambra people for this post. You will see me, drop a comment there. And for those of you who will be congratulating him, and those of you on the same page with him, I mean those of you who agreed with this kind of mentality, when I see it, I ask, now who do this thing to my people? Who remove the thinking faculty of my people that they don't see beyond their nose? Now, whenever Nigeria wants to construct, build, and bring development, they take it to the north. Dry port. My people are traders. My people, they are traders. They are importers. They account to 90% of every importation in Nigeria. Yet, there is no port, seaport, close to them. There is no international airport constructed around them in our homeland. No, those things, we don't deserve it. Rather, they will take the dry seaport all the way to Kaduna and Kano, so that my people, when they bring in goods, they'll have to go all the way to the north to clear it, then bring it down to southeast. When they want to bring anything developmental, whenever they want to bring any intervention from the international community, whether from IMF or even World Health Organization and the rest of them, they take it to the north, where insecurity is ravaging. They are battling Boko Haram there. They are battling herdsmen. They are battling the one they call armed bandits and kidnappers. Yet they will not add more zone and armed services in those places. Now my own homeland, now they go fit bring this kind development. So some people will say it is development. Now tell me, how is constructing more police stations and cells add development to my people. My area, which is undoubtedly the most peaceful place you can ever think of in the entire Nigeria. Go anywhere and check it. You can argue with your ancestors. That is the truth. Southeast, especially Anambra State, which have been celebrated to be the most peaceful, crime-free state in Nigeria. The most secured state in Nigeria. Why do you need more police headquarters? Redeploying them. I will answer you the reason why they are doing that before the end of this video. You are constructing zonal headquarters for Anambra State and the Southeast. And you are constructing dry seaport for those who have not even crossed the borders of this country to import anything. No international airport. And somebody is posting it and asking my people to congratulate him. You see, well, some of us get angry with some of the mentality of our people. The thing just it deep. But we are here to clear it. We are here to empower you with the right thing so that you start reasoning properly. Because until that happens, our freedom is elusive. You can imagine. You can imagine this madness. It is total madness. And my people are saying congratulations. We don't deserve any development. You are saying a police station, more zonal headquarters in Anambra State. All the police stations in the whole Southeast, what are they doing? If they are up and running, why are we paying so much for security? Tell me any part of Igbo land today. Let me concentrate here, because I know it is happening everywhere around Nigeria. But let me just talk about my own. Every place, every city in Igbo land, even in the villages, they pay security levy. They pay their vigilantes. What then are the police doing? Despite every year, billions are being spent on the security budget, that's police budget. That is a failure. And you are bringing zonal. Now, let me not take you too much. Let me not just talk too much. Now, let me answer that question. Why they are bringing these people here? Why would they set up the zonal headquarters? And it is a Malam. Possibly a patriot or a member of Meiti Allah. Possibly the chairman of Meiti Allah. Possibly an affiliate of Meiti Allah business. Malam Mohammed. He's not going to become to oversee the activities of these people. If you think I am lying, you remember the video I posted, the one of Abia State, where the leader of Meiti Allah in Abia State is telling you that even the CP, the Commissioner of Police, is their chairman.
If you're into Ebonyi now, I don't get power. Anywhere I don't get power. Imo, I don't get power. Akwa Ibom, I don't get power. But this Abia, then kill me Abia. Anything why they go.
I've been a governor gives you authority to. Yeah. I've been a governor gives authority.
No, governor, no.
Why not they go governor place?
Every governor will give
When make I tell you, the chairman where we get from Yeti Allah chairman, na CP. Na him be our guy, if we do meeting. The chairman where we get from Yeti Allah chairman, na CP. Na him be our guy, if we do meeting.
They know we are going to march very soon to enforce, to make sure, to persuade. We are going to shut the entire Southeast down to make sure that anti-open grazing bill is signed into law. Now you are relocating them, redeploying them down here. You cannot intimidate us. If you can intimidate our governors and the political class, you cannot intimidate us. That is the truth. Take it to the IG of police. Tell him that the voice of the people have spoken. You see that anti-open grazing bill, it must be signed into law, and we the people will march to enforce it. If the governors fail to sign that bill into law, come by the end of this month, we will shut down the entire states. And there is nothing you can do about it. They are bringing them to protect their business interest. If they don't have ulterior motive, why wouldn't they do the business just like every other person is doing the business? My people are doing businesses. They go all over the place. Around Nigeria, around the world, they make impact. Make them not talk saying me talk. Listen to this legislator. That is why I have strong respect for women.
I don't think we seem to understand what the challenge is. We had cattle rules in centuries back. Today, the roots. Today, we have the same roots that were cattle roots before. They are no longer cattle roots today because of development, because of civilization. So what then should be the proper thing to be done? The proper thing to be done is ranching. We talk about the herdsmen, those who move about. They are not the issues, they are not the challenge. The challenge is the wealthy men, honorable members, senators, presidents, governors, ministers, IG, CPs, everybody that has this cattle and gives directive to the 10-year-old boys, to the underage boys moving about. Until we come to let ourselves know that this business, as we call it, this culture, as we call it, is enough to divide this country, is enough to destroy this country, we will stop introducing sentiments into it. As a country, I do not think that cattle business, cattle culture is enough to divide this country. When in a home, as a head of a home, there is a challenge, the right thing for you to do is to begin to look at solutions on how to make sure that you cut that challenge. And the solution everybody is saying is to do ranching. We all go outside the country. We travel abroad. We go to California. We see ranches. We see thousands of cows in one place put together. But here, what do? Every day, killings, people, hundreds of persons are killed because of what we call culture or what we call business. Until we get up to face the reality, where the real owners of these cows will be invited for a stakeholders meeting. Until then, I think we'll just be deceiving ourselves. When they're invited for meetings, then they should know that the life of a human being is more important than any business. And when that is done, Mr. Speaker, they will see the need for them to spend money to go into ranching. I don't think land is the problem. It is the willingness to do the right thing. When you want to do ranching, you come to Delta State and I have my father's land to give out to you. We negotiate, just like other businesses. The Igbo man is also considered nomadic. Everywhere in the world, you find an Igbo man selling one thing or the other. But they do not get there to sell, and they upset the system of the place they have come to because they want to do their marketing. They follow the rule. The right rule is that as Nigerians, if we still desire that this country should be in one, we should begin to look at how to keep our animals, regardless of who is owning the animal. It's not only Fulanis that own cattle. Some Igbo people are into cattle business. Hausas are into cattle business. Persons are into cattle business because they say it's profitable. But that profit you think you're making at the end of the day is not worth the life of any Nigerian.
You see this woman, she has spoken the minds of millions of Nigerians, not just Ndibo, not just the South or Southeast, but Nigerian people, including Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, where they are killing them, where they are ransacking their villages. And the government will say it is farmers' herders clashes. Rubbish. Why don't you ranch these cattle? Why don't you ranch them? Why don't you do it like normal business? If you go to a particular place, if they give you land on lease or buying, you ranch your cattle in there. You don't carry them about destroying people's properties, destroying farms, killing and raping women, kidnapping, posing serious security threats. If you are serious, if you don't have ulterior motive, Why and what is stopping government from enforcing that? You are claiming cattle routes, rubbish. You're trying to take over our lands. We won't let you take that. We won't let that happen. Not in our lifetime. And I challenge you, all my people, get ready. You cannot intimidate us. It is better we die in the hands of the government of our homeland, who will give order for us to be killed. And definitely they won't even attempt it, because Farmorokains were kwado this time. If for this anti-open grazing bill, it must be signed into law. If you like, relocate the entire Nigerian military forces and security apparatus, bring them down here. We will shut down this place to enforce that law. That law must be signed. It is according to our tradition. It is according to our norms. You can't change that. And that is all I am trying to bring to you this morning. So tell them, stop congratulating them. No wonder Lucky Dube of blessed memory sang, I'm a prisoner. We are prisoners. The policeman told him, they won't build no schools. They won't build no hospitals. All they will bring is prison. That is exactly what these people are bringing to my people. But we will resist it, because we are a free people. That is all I'm saying. If you got this message, let it go viral, because we want every one of them to know that we are serious this time. Get ready. Be part of this 1 million march. It will happen. Let it now be between us, the people, and our government. Because ultimately, we will be the people. Now we'll be government. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for dropping your comments. Those of you who drop your comments, let's get your opinion. Thank you for your support. Thank you, ultimately, for sharing this video, because I believe you will, so that more people will get to know and be empowered with this truth. I'm signing out. Stay safe.